So Tyson Foods, America's largest poultry producer, wants to hire 52,000 migrants for jobs Americans supposedly don't want. This is a literal, they took our jobs. Now this comes as Tyson Foods has just closed a plant in Iowa. Now these jobs, which many would consider to be undesirable, like packing meat, cutting, inspecting chicken for bones, etc., pays $16.50 an hour, includes benefits like transportation, relocation services, help with legal bills for their asylum claims, on-site childcare, and more. Now, the obvious default is for people to be like, well, good, Americans didn't want these jobs, so it's better that migrants do it and get on their feet, right? The answer is no, go figure. Because here's what would happen if Tyson Foods, like I said, America's largest poultry producer, was unable to fill those jobs. Supply and demand would kick in, capitalism would kick in, the free market would do its thing. And Tyson Foods would have to pay more money to hire these people. Because although somebody may not be interested with all those benefits at $16.50 an hour, they might be interested at $18.50 or $20. Now, just to put it in perspective, an extra $2 an hour by 40 hours a week by 50 weeks a year is $4,000 extra per year, which could mean the difference for a lot of people. So let me educate you for a second. Tyson Foods is competing with all the other poultry producers in America. Last time I checked, those poultry producers are not trying to hire 52,000 migrants. As of right now, they employ something like 140,000 Americans. So this would be a huge percentage of their workforce. These migrants would be undercutting the wages that an American, perhaps, would be willing to accept, which means that all of those positions would now be filled at $16.50 because these people are new here and they want a leg up. They want to be able to work. They want to be able to take that money and ship it to the country that they came from, likely. And that will essentially lower the market going rate for that position, which means that Tyson now has, let's just say, the lowest paying person for those positions, which gives them a competitive advantage over all of the other poultry producers, which would mean that it would be in their best interest in order to compete to hire American citizens that make $18.50 and instead just hire migrants for $16.50. It artificially lowers the market rate for those jobs, while also taking money that would otherwise be kept likely stateside and shipping it overseas. So not only are these new residents extracting resources and literally taking some of our tax dollars, they would also now be undercutting the acceptable wages for positions here in America and taking jobs from American citizens. In very short order, they would be counted in the census. Government budgets and members and representatives in government would be adjusted for the census to fit those areas that they show up in. Ultimately, they would eventually be able to vote. They would likely vote for whatever provided the most bureaucratic assistance, handouts, and then it would simultaneously incentivize even more people to rush and flood the border, thus stealing even more and undercutting more American workers and taking more of our good, hard-paying jobs. It is a very slippery, sloppy, dumpstery slope. But of course, people will celebrate this. Well, Americans don't want these jobs. You think somebody wants to be a garbage man? Highly unlikely. You know why people are garbage men? Because it pays well. It pays well because it has to. This just spells more disaster for the American economy, for the average American citizen and American taxpayer. And of course, the mainstream media, who is completely biased, is going to run cover for this, writing things like, asylum seekers! These people are not stupid. They understand that economic prosperity and free handouts are on the other side of breaking the law to enter America. And when the President of the United States and his associated serpents welcome you in with open arms, you gotta be nuts to not take the opportunity. So that's what they're doing, to all of our detriment.